Very frustrating when women go out there and wrestle and all I see is their ass.
Washed up Mrs. Hardcore Country is very frustrated that all she can see in the ring is ass. But the only ass we can see here is Mickie James, because that's exactly what she has made of herself. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We've seen the latest clip from LFG. Now, we don't watch LFG. You could not pay us enough to watch LFG, but it has been making the rounds. It's caused a little bit of controversy. Mickie James having an issue with one of the female talents at the show, Cena Sterling, who is a blonde from Ukraine, who wore ring gear that, to be honest, didn't even look that bad, didn't even show that much skin. However, Mickie James had an issue with it. She did not think it was appropriate. She said it was too distracting. She said it was frustrating. She claimed that she was part of a big movement to eliminate that from women's wrestling, even though that's an absolute lie. And Mickie James, whether she wants to deny it or admit it or whatever, I mean, she's as much as part of the diva era as anybody else that we've seen in wrestling. Plus, the comments that she made towards this woman, could you imagine if it was like The Undertaker making these comments, or Bully Ray or Booker T making these comments? People would be losing their minds. But let's see what Mickie James said.
Can I talk to you about your gear? Sure. I lived during the diva era, and we fought very, very hard to not have to wrestle in lingerie anymore. Since I'm a female, I can speak on this. It's very frustrating when women go out there and wrestle and all I see is their ass. And I can't look past it. It's all I see. It's very distracting.
So yeah, Mickie James, not a fan of Cena's gear, coming off as if Cena is somehow out there wrestling naked, showing off her ass. Like I said, gear didn't even look that bad in my opinion.
No, it didn't look that bad, and you know what? There's so many other big problems in wrestling rather than this Cena chick's gear, and it's so hypocritical, right? Why do we live in an era where, like you hear Triple H, he says, oh, that was the past, it was a different time, and Mickie James is now hinting at that with this. It's like, why are you preventing people for trying to get over with methods that you got over with?
Yeah, it's very hypocritical for Mickie James. I think it's a way of trying to keep these people down and not get them to reach your level. For me, this is purely because Mickie James is getting older now. Her looks are fading. She's not as young as, like, you know, this woman here. She's not really got the ability to go out and do what she could do 20 years ago. I believe she may be a mother now, so maybe she doesn't think it's as appropriate to do at her age, but that doesn't mean that other women that are younger shouldn't be able to do this. She talked about the diva era as if it was like this horrible era that held women down or did nothing for women's wrestling. All the women in the divas era were way more popular than they are now, and that's a fucking fact. I don't care whether we're talking Trish, Lita, Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler, Sable, you name it. All those women were way more popular than women's wrestlers now. Now, she said she worked very, very hard not to have to wrestle in lingerie anymore. I mean,
lingerie, mate.
Lingerie, whatever.
Lingerie.
Lingerie. Right, I'm frustrated here, right? It's causing me to drop my game. But anyway, point I was trying to make is, it's like, did Mickie James not watch her own career, even up to her like dying days, even up to like the last few moments or last few runs in TNA? I mean, she was coming out still showing off her ass. She was still coming out and showing a shitload of cleavage. Why is Mickie James speaking like, oh, she left all that stuff behind in 2007? She literally burst onto the scene wearing a skirt that just, it was like one of those floppy ones that just wouldn't stay in place. Every time she took a bump or hopped or jumped around the ring, it would lift up and it would literally show off her ass. And pretty much every match she wore a thong. So you were seeing Mickie James's bare ass every single match. Now, she can claim that that was WWE and that was the Diva era. I don't remember any other female other than Mickie James wrestling in a skirt every week and that happening to. That was a Mickie James thing. That wasn't a every woman on the roster thing.
I mean, is this just another example of them trying to bury, like, the Vince McMahon era? Oh, that was McMahon, he made us do... I mean, how long till we hear on this LFG fucking programme? Oh, that was McMahon. You heard it for yourself. Here, I'm a woman and no one else is really going to say this, so I'll say it. You're right. See if fucking Taker or Booker T or Bischoff or Bubba Ray turned around and said this, man. They got fucking... They'd be cancelled.
They'd be like, how dare you? How dare you look at her ass?
Why is 60-year-old Undertaker looking at 23-year-old Cena's ass? Not John.
How dare you mansplain or toxic masculinity? What gives you the right to tell a woman what she can or cannot wear? But Mickie James can come out and say this, and somehow we're all supposed to bow down, and oh, Mickie James, so progressive, so this, so that.
See Bubba Ray, right, and Undertaker and Bishop.
See, they had a set of balls. They would turn around and say to Mickie, here, didn't you get over doing that shit?
Yeah, and also they know other people got over doing that shit.
Oh, I mean...
No one ever got over doing wrestling,
Bully Ray... Oh, see if Bully Ray was a man, which he claims to be, but I mean he's not. He's a paid shill at WWE at the end of the day. He would just turn around and say to Mickie James, look, all the most popular women in wrestling history showed sex appeal, showed skin, and that is a fact. Nobody cares about these women that try and have matches in the ring, and Mickie James got over because she showed. It wasn't because, oh, she does a good bulldog or she's got a DDT as a finisher. No, it's because she shows off her ass every match. She had the lesbian angle and all this stuff. So, you know, it's very hypocritical. Mickie James coming out saying all this shit, saying it's frustrating. Maybe it's frustrating because she's into her 40s now and she's maybe no longer able to pull this stuff off. But, I mean, that's a Mickie James problem. It's not a Cena Sterling problem. Says that she can't look past it. It's all she can see. Well, here, if you go on Google and you Google Mickie James, there's a shitload of stuff by Mickie James that you can see. I mean, this is a woman that was literally in the adult entertainment business before getting into wrestling properly. Before she got into WWE, she was doing all sorts of stuff. So again, if she wants to talk about, you know, being treated seriously as a wrestler.
This is the same fucking company, man, that hires people like Sexy Red. Let's not fucking go down this route.
Yeah, I mean, look at Sexy... just look at the lyrics to any Sexy Red song, come on. And Mickie James wants to draw the line at this chick's gear. Just ridiculous here. Basically, running this person down, saying that you won't be taken seriously. She will get taken more seriously if she does show off a bit of ass, because she'll be recognised, she'll get known more, she'll trend more, and people will take note. Look at, why doesn't she call out Liv Morgan? See, for the past year and a half, Liv Morgan has literally been wearing like denim shorts. Liv Morgan's been wearing all sorts of like, you know, mini skirts and shit, showing off her ass.
Look at like those pins that Rhea Ripley does. It's a fucking hypocritical bastards. I can't stand any of them.
Yeah, I mean, look at a lot of women on the main roster. They purposely, I don't know what they're called, but they wear, a lot of them wear those things. It's like supports up around their, it's like, I don't know, like some sort of supports up against their thighs, and it's almost just to make their ass look bigger. It's like a belt around their thigh to try and make their cheeks look bigger. That's a fucking fact. You look at Bianca Belair, you look at Rhea Ripley, they're wearing them, and that's, what's the, what
this
reason?
Just seemed like heightened drama. This just, honestly, this is like a fucking form of bullying here for Mickie James, calling out a youngster for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but the worst thing is, she showed way more in her career.
Yeah.
She used to do fucking adult entertainment before getting into the wrestling business. She literally had a lesbian angle where she fucking touched Trish Stratus on the crotch and licked herself. I mean, what's that?
Well, that was Vince.
Ah, but I tell you what, seeing you talk about shocking moments, that's the biggest moment in Mickie James's career.
Yeah.
Hands down. Nothing else comes close to that.
Nope. And, yeah, we'll see where it goes up here next, but you're right, I think it's just a bitter old woman.
I purely think it's just these women that are getting older, they're looking back, and I think they're jealous. I think they're jealous that their careers have either come to an end or came to an end, and now they want to try and, you know, tell these women that are coming before them how they should go about their business, and it's like, who are you to decide? How would Mickie James have felt back in the mid-2000s if someone says to her, Mae Young says to her, You're not allowed to use your attractiveness to get over.
We fought very, very hard not to fight like that. No.
See if the
fucking wrestling.
See if the fabulous Mueller or Mae Young said that to they would piss off, you old hag.
Yeah.
Imagine Mae Young says to, well, she did get, undressed on that pay-per-view, but anyway, imagine she said to like Tori Wilson, "No, you're not allowed to pose for Playboy. You'll get treated more seriously if you just put clothes on and become a wrestler." Tori Wilson
to my age.
Tori Wilson would be like, "Oh, hold on here, I'm getting paid a shitload of money to do Playboy. I'm going to get a lot more popularity. My name's going to go out there. I'm going to be a household name. It's going to boost my career. Why wouldn't I do it?" Doesn't make any sense. Very, very hypocritical from Mickie James. And we've also got Velvet Sky. She spoke out about this. So she said she felt personally attacked. Now, she did say it in a joking manner. But again, Velvet Sky is someone that basically was the most popular thing in TNA for a while. Because she showed off her ass, came out in a miniskirt every week. She reacted to the tweet saying, quote, "I feel attacked. LOL. Nothing wrong with sex appeal in wrestling. Diva era or not. I personally find nothing wrong with her gear. Just my opinion. But what do I know? Let the pigeons loose, Cena." And that's a perfectly fine comment from Velvet Sky. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sex appeal in wrestling. You look at WWE, who's had the most sex appeal in the last year and a half? It would be Liv Morgan, and by far she's been the biggest drawing woman in wrestling. When you look at the Raw clips, it was always her. Whether she was like on top of Dominic, or whether she was in like a booty denim skirt or whatever, showing off her ass. Not Mickie James, sorry. Liv Morgan has been like the highest drawing female, the most popular female in wrestling in WWE. So
why is wrestling so shite? I'm actually sick of coming on here and being negative about it, but I fucking have to be because it's crap. And all these fuckers. How much money is that big-nosed bastard paying out to get all these people to rewrite history? Telling you, man. Like fucking Bubba Ray Dudley having a go at somebody for using a table. I mean, come on, come on. Reel it fucking in.
And it's just that, Mickie James, the way she's talking, she would have you believe that, oh no, I didn't want to wrestle in that skirt, or I didn't want to do lingerie, and I was against that, and I was forced to do it. Bullshit, you done it. You know what I mean? You done it to enhance your career.
Yep. You
did it to benefit your own career.
And it did. And you've just absolutely fucking sold yourself down the river here. And I'm fucking sick of it. Everything we talk about is doom and gloom. Wrestling's dead.
I guess the equivalent of these women telling these younger women not to use sex appeal, it would be like Undertaker saying to someone, "Don't use a character. Don't have star power. That's bad."
Yeah.
You got to be known for your wrestling. If you want to be taken seriously, you need to earn 5 stars off Dave Meltzer.
Maybe Mickie James is playing chess and we're playing checkers. She just wants nobody to get anywhere near as good as what she was. The less people, the better.
And that's literally what I said at the start of the video.
Yeah, which was about 25 fucking minutes ago. So forgive me.
Trying to hold people down. So I mean, I think that's what it is. I mean, you look at Gunther saying on this show, "We're not looking for stars." What, is that because you don't want anyone to outshine you? Because you're not a fucking star, Gunther? Boring bastard. Come on.
I know.
Anyway, I don't think there's nothing wrong with this gear. Ridiculous that Mickie James put this woman on the spot.
No, but hold on. But then you've got...
And just imagine it was a male wrestler doing it.
But then you've got like Naomi who uses her ass for a move. Then you've got like Stephanie Fakir doing that move on NXT. Why can some people use their arse but some people can't?
Michin does that fucking move with her arse, then she shakes it in the ring and all that stuff.
So what is it then?
Rhea Ripley's fucking ass is everywhere. She poses with her ass. She did a stink face and all this shit.
I give up with this.
What next? Is Mickie James going to go on the main roster and start calling it? At least...
No, but what happens, right? If a Cena person went, well, hold on, all you did was use your arse back in the day. She's on 111. Can't say
I probably wouldn't say it though, because she's talking to a so-called veteran, a legend, but...
They've got no fucking backbone. It's a scripted shite show anyway. See if they're fucking backbone, I'd be like, see you Taker, see you Bully Ray, see you Bischoff, he's Ross sellout bastard. This product's piss.
See, the longer wrestling goes on, the more respect I lose for those guys. So.
Yep. Austin's sitting on his ranch with his 2 cats is fucking top of the food chain.
cat guy. It's mad to believe a guy obsessed with 2 cats is the best thing to ever exist in the wrestling business. But there you go. That shows you how bad current wrestling is. Austin's stock goes up by staying away from wrestling and playing with his 2 cats.
Yep.
His stock goes up by doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below. Fuck Mickie James. Till next time. Peace.